Hello friends and welcome back again to the video lessons of the IMPACT This is my 14th video in the series of the listening part. In this particular video, I'm going to show you how to do the question type which is known as table completion. You have already done this question type in the previous video, but that was the easier version and that was taken from section 1. Here we have taken it from section 3 and that is the challenging version. So let's see how does this challenging version unfold. Your question will be again like this: write one word. So that is something can be 2 word or 3 word as well. So when you get the time of 30 seconds to go through the questions, what you have to do, you have to try to understand these titles, you have to try to understand the topic, and then you have to read into the questions and you have to underline the keywords, right? So let's play the audio and I'll go through all those. You have to be watching me carefully. Let's start the audio.
You will hear two students, Katie and Joe, discussing a presentation in their film studies course. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 24.
So that's underlined. The first question I have to find out about Giannatti's book containing a dash
Now
of
listen
adaptation.
carefully and answer questions 21 to 24.
Joe, you know I'm giving a presentation in our film studies class next week.
Yes.
Well, could we discuss it? I could do with getting someone else's opinion.
Of course, Katie. What are you going to talk about?
It's about film adaptations of Shakespeare's plays. I've got very interested in all the different approaches that film directors take. So I thought I'd start with Giannetti, who's a professor of film and literature. And in one of his books, he came up with a straightforward classification of film adaptations based...
So he came up with a straightforward classification of film adaptation. Now you can see here a straightforward classification. You cannot use that because you have to use only one word. So one word that we can use here is the classification of adaptation. I'll immediately move, the audio will keep moving here, but I'll immediately move to the next questions in the meantime and I'll see what is the question. Question is, ask class to suggest the dash adaptation. What adaptation? Let's listen.
On how faithful they are to the original plays and novels.
Right.
I've already made some notes on that, so I just need to sort those out before the presentation. I thought that next I'd ask the class to come up with the worst examples of Shakespeare adaptations that they...
So the answer is saying the worst example of Shakespeare's adaptation. So worst example of, so that is your answer, but you have to write only one word. Now example you cannot write because that will follow the preposition of, then it will become 2 words. So worst is the correct answer because you can see it is preceded by the, that will take the superlative degree worst. So the answer is worst here. Now you will immediately move to the next. By the time speaker will keep moving here, you should focus on your next question. Let's listen further.
We've seen, and to say why. That should be more fun than having their favourite versions.
Yes, I can certainly think of a couple.
Right. Next, I want to talk about Rachel Malco. I came across something on the internet about her work on film adaptations. And I was thinking of showing some film clips to illustrate her ideas.
Will you have enough time, though, both to prepare and during the presentation? After all, I doubt if you'll be able to find all the clips you want.
Perhaps you'll...
So what you can see here, this is a trap. She says that I'm planning to prepare some clips, but then this idea was opposed and she agreed to that. So be careful that sometimes answers are there, but if they don't agree, that will be a different answer. So see what could be the answer here.
Right. Okay, well, I'd better do some slides instead, saying how
So actually she is preparing some slides and she is not preparing clips. So be careful about those traps. Now you will immediately see that what I have to fill in further relationship between adaptation and what.
various films relate to what she says. That should encourage discussion. Next, I want to say something about how plays may be chosen for adaptation because they're concerned with issues of the time when the film is made.
You mean
So the concern with the issues when the film was made. So you can see at the time of making the film, so they're talking about relationship between adaptation and issues. That was a bit difficult one, but this is what they're saying. And here the keyword is the time of making the film. That can give you the idea. If you listen to it repeatedly, you can get a clear picture of this. So sometimes, this kind of keywords can help you a lot. This was a challenging one, but if you know issues at the time when the film was made, so it's a very clear hint that we are talking about the issues. So that's all about this particular task. If you want to check the answer, you can go to the bottom and you can check the answer: classification, worst, slides, and issues. So thank you very much for watching this video. We will meet very soon with the next video. Until then, bye.